And this is huge for anyone that is justice impacted, because the Jack Kent Cooke Foundation is friendly to us. And if they're willing to give us a chance with someone with a record like mine, then I want the world to hear about the Jack Kent Cooke Foundation. And I hope you guys will be able to air something about the good work the Jack Kent Cooke Foundation is doing. And I just really hope that I can pave the way for others, to be able to get this money and to be able to go to school. So if y'all can put that word out there on the airwaves, man, I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And my producer not here today. He usually at the bottom screen, but he hasn't came in. But I'm gonna share this with him, and he's definitely gonna see this because we recording this right now. And if you get us anything, you could get us any link and you could send to me. We both have each other's number now. I'll make sure I give it to him, and he'll push it. He'll push it everywhere on all of our social media settings. So definitely that's definitely not a problem with us. That's what we do, man. That's what we do here on this side. If you have anything, anything that you would like to say, first, if can you share something with someone that's about to come home, if you could, that's or that's still in prison, any encouraging words for them that's in there.
Absolutely. Listen, my brother, my sister, whatever it is that you're facing right now, I just want you to know that I served 31 years, 2 months and 8 days in 17 maximum security prisons across the state of Florida. And there were days when I just felt like, man, when is my day going to come? I knew one day it would, I just didn't know what day. All you have to do is just continue to strive each day. Try to find purpose in each day, and your day will come.
Absolutely. The best words there's nothing else to say behind that. But if you have anyone that you want, any of our followers, how can we get in touch with you? Anything that you want to plug, to getting in touch with you or staying in touch with you, how do they do that?
Anybody can get in touch with me through my social media, my Instagram, Eddie.Fordham. On TikTok at Eddie4DM. They can also find me on LinkedIn just by typing in Eddie Fordham. I'd love to connect on LinkedIn with anybody that is involved in reentry and helping justice impacted people. That's the space where I live, and that's where I love to build community. So yeah, you can reach me there. And I look forward to connecting with anybody that thinks that we can collaborate and do this work together. It takes a village.
Absolutely. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. I appreciate meeting you today, man. Looking forward to us, staying in touch, Eddie. Staying in touch. We definitely, I think we changing the course of society and the perception of formerly incarcerated. And you are a prime example of that.
We're definitely changing the dialogue. My brother, continue to stay in good trouble.
Good trouble, always. All right. And with that, peace and blessings. And we'll talk soon. Yes, thank you. You heard? I appreciate that. I think it was.
I had a lot of fun. That was all right.
No question, because we just conversate, man. We have an engaging discussion all the time because we come from here, with our shared experience in life.
Listen, I know that was just kind of a time for us to just meet each other and get to know each other. But I normally, I would just like kind of sit and think about something or whatever, but I feel really good about it. So if you need to put this out there or do something with it, you got my permission. I just felt like there's so much positivity, such good energy in there that if it can affect somebody and give them some hope, why have this just stored on a hard drive somewhere?
That's right. So what we do is this is StreamYard record. So we sometimes we go live where it's actually live on all social media because we on Instagram, we on Facebook, we on YouTube, we on LinkedIn, and everything goes live. But today we just did record. So what my producer will do is he will take it and he will chop it up and do shorts,
Okay.
significant moments before we put out the actual full interview. So your interview may come out this season. Season 3 has started last Monday, our season 3. And so we do 16 episodes in a season, and this is our 3rd season. And so we dedicate in season 3 to Florida. So
Oh,
because we went to Florida and we spoke with men and women in Florida that's out there home, staying home and doing good things in their community. So
beautiful.
I know that my producer will be able to take this full interview and stick it into the 16 seasons because we didn't quite get 16 episodes. We didn't quite get the whole 16 episodes,
Right.
So I know that we'll be able to push this in the second because we have so many other brothers and sisters that we do have that's waiting to come out with the full interview. So, and we will send you a copy. We just
Oh, okay.
ask that you chop it up, like we would,
Okay.
and not put it out the whole thing live until we put the whole thing live out.
Oh yeah, I can definitely do that. I can put some shorts out there, like short form, like 1 minute, three
However
minute
you want
clips.
to do it, however you
Okay.
want to do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The shorts, however you want to do it. We just ask that the entire interview come out after we air it on YouTube under Success After Lockdown. Then you can air the entire interview too.
I got you. Sounds good,
Appreciate
Eric.
Appreciate that, Eddie.
Yeah, man.
Definitely. And like I said, we definitely want to have you back because I know my brother. You know what I'm saying? He's passionate about the things he do in terms of rehabilitation.
Yeah.
And I know y'all connect well.
Yeah. If he's in Florida, you share with him that back in October, I got invited to speak in front of the Florida Senate Criminal Justice Committee. And I talked about the redemptive power of grace and mercy. And one of the things that I talked to them also about was smart parole. In Florida, they did away with parole back in 1983. So there's 80,000 people in our system right now that are not eligible for parole release. And after I got done talking to the Senate that day, they said, "Well, what do you recommend that we do?" I said, "Bring back parole in Florida." I said, "There's 80,000 people that don't have it, and we're spending over $3 billion a year in our criminal legal system. We cannot continue to incarcerate our way out of this problem, but we do have the solution. We can begin to parole people, but not parole like it used to be, but a smart parole." I said, "A parole that is supported by data and science, a parole that is guided by people who believe in the redemptive power of grace and mercy." And my number 3 ask, this was my favorite one. I said, "Allow people who have lived experience, who have already made a successful transition to a life of freedom, to go back, have permission to go back in the inside and to teach the classes on parole preparation, life and anger management, and those types of things." And so Senator Jonathan Martin, he actually authorized a bill that had been drafted and presented to him, not by me, but I was speaking in support of it. He took that bill and he put it into drafting. Now, it won't come out in this legislative session, but maybe next year or 2 years from now, we hope that that bill to reinstitute parole in the state of Florida will come out for a vote in the Florida House and the Florida Senate. I did, however, get an opportunity to participate in a bill that did get passed this legislative session. I went to
Nice.
Tallahassee. I talked to Senator Osgood. I talked to Representative Edmonds, and they got together and they wrote a bill that says if you're incarcerated in Florida, you are considered, quote, a resident for the purposes of going to college in the state of Florida, where before, if you were incarcerated in Florida, you weren't necessarily considered a resident, so they weren't letting you go to college. So we
Nice.
got that bill passed just a few
Nice.
weeks ago, and
Nice.
I got to participate and contribute to that. It's all about giving back, man, paving the way for
Absolutely.
others.
Nice. Congratulations on that too. Because
Yeah,
we
man.
do a lot of advocacy here in New York State too, man, the prisons. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a part of a lot of organizations, second chances and a whole bunch of legislation that we implemented over the years, man, us formerly incarcerated. My
Nice.
brother Anthony is also he also goes to a youth detention center somewhere in Florida. I don't know which one it is, but the captain invited him. He went and spoke on behalf of the formerly incarcerated as well
Nice.
out there in Florida. He'll share that with you when you meet him.
Yeah, I
But
can't wait.
definitely,
That's talking about Anthony, right?
yeah, yes, Anthony Cologne.
Yeah, I
Yes,
can't wait to meet him, man. He sounds like a
yes,
pretty solid dude.
yeah, good brother, good brother. We actually grew up together. Me and him grew up as youth,
Mm.
and we less than our teens. We met each other at 10 years old.
Wow.
9 and 10 years old, and we got separated. We were in the streets selling drugs, him and
Hmm.
I. And he I left him in 1993,
Hmm.
and he was doing a lot of drugs and selling drugs. So, that didn't mix at all either. And he wound up serving 22 years altogether,
Mm.
of his life in prison, and been home since 6 years now, been home from the feds, and all he do is go up. That's it. No other way. And
Amen.
we reunited from 1993 when I left, and 27 years, 6 months later, we reunited in 2020 and been back together ever since, and doing nothing but positivity together.
Love it.
That's it. So,
Love it.
and we creating our documentary right now, him and our docu series.
Sweet. I love it, bro.
No
Well, Eric,
questions. So,
thank you,
yeah,
man. I enjoyed it, and let's stay
thank
connected.
you.
If you think of anything that you think that I can help with or whatever, don't hesitate to call. I'm your
No
guy. I
questions.
know you got Cologne in Florida, but if he needs somebody to go with him to Tallahassee or talk about higher education in prison, those are my spaces. I love working and helping anybody that wants to push the needle on that.
No questions. Same here. Same here too.